Hey everybody, Brandon Shiga here for week 2, milestone 1 of application deployment. Gonna go over the questions here really quick. Are you keeping up on schedule? I feel I am. All my milestone tasks were completed this week. I didn't run into too many issues. A couple snags with the database feature that I'm using, and I'll show that to you guys as well. What features have been implemented? All of these that are on my milestone test here are. So the startup screen is in place with actual artwork. The login register controls are fully functional. There's a tabbed interface. It actually contains 5 tabs with placeholder icons. The user is able to create a new look and add a name and photo and also save it, and then they can view what they've created already. So really quick, I'll jump into what I use for the database. So this is Parse. It's pretty popular with Facebook nowadays. That's how most of their apps are made, I think. So I have a couple classes here. I have the user class, which contains all the users. I have a class called oh, that's old. I have a class called Glam Photo here, which is actually where the glams get stored. So as you can see, there's an object ID, there's a name for it, which is the name of the glam you put in the text field, the image file, and you can click these, and they'll actually pop open and give you the file. And then the user that they're assigned to, which I only have one user right now, so that's me. I'll show you guys here really quick what the app looks like. So if you hit log in, if you're not already logged in, it will force you to. So you can type in your username. You can also hit sign up and create a new user that way. But I'll log in here with my already made user. I should have styled this login screen to make it look better, but that's okay. So this is the main layout of my application. So this will be your main feed. This is where you can search for glams. Here's where you can add one. Your notifications will show up here, and then this is the actual profile. So right now I'll go ahead and make a new glam, so I'll just name it Full Sail. And then if I click add photo here, it's going to bring up the camera, so I'll go ahead and just take a picture of this little fox wrapper my wife made. Go ahead and hit use photo. See, it shows up there on the screen, and I'll hit save glam. Now I'll go back over here to the data really quick, and I'll refresh. And you can see that the photo actually did save in the database. So here's Full Sail. Here's the image that I took of the little fox. And then if I go back to the app here and I click profile, you'll see that it's actually there, the last photo that came in at the bottom. So it's actually, Parse is really cool. I'll go over some of my code here with you guys really fast. In the add glam, basically what happens is the image picker comes up. I only have it for a picture right now. I might add functionality to choose a picture later down the road. And then I store the image into a UI view, or into UI image, I'm sorry. And then here's where I actually save the data. So it creates what they call a PF file. I just call them all image.jpg. You could probably make those dynamic if you wanted to. But it's actually easier if they're all the same name when you go to download them. Then you create a PF object. I just call it glam photo, and this is the class name that you create in the parse database. You store the photo for this key image file, which in the database it's called image file, and then there's name as well. So that's where this gets stored. And then we attach that object to the current user. So that's this part right here. And then we save it in the background so it doesn't hog up a lot of memory. Then I just have some error messages. And then my in my table view controller, here I do a query for all the photos. So here's the PF query that I run, and it's for the user that matches the current user so I don't get other people's photos. I store all the objects into an array called glams array, and then for each object I download the picture and I get the name. And then the only way that I could figure doing it, because this actually takes longer than the table view takes to fill up. So before I was just getting the same image every time. So I stored all the names into an array and all the images into an array. And then down here is where I get the index for each one. So at the first row, it picks up the first name and the first image. The second row, it picks up the second name and the second image, so on and so forth. And then I just have a refresh method for my custom cell here that places the image in the text. So overall, I had a lot of fun. I've never used Parse before. When I first thought of this app, I planned on using it. And I looked and did some research, but I never actually got deep into it. And it's actually really awesome how easily and fast this program can store and download data. So if you guys are planning on using any kind of database, that's what I would recommend. But yeah, that's my video for this week, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.